Welcome to Style and Confidence, where transformative coaching meets personal styling for business success. I'm your host, Claire Silk, a transformative life coach and a personal stylist, passionate about helping women like you align your inner worth with your outer expression. Each week, we explore how to build lasting confidence from the inside out, so you can show up as your most authentic, empowered self. Whether you're looking to break through limiting beliefs, build authentic confidence and a winning mindset, or create a wardrobe that truly empowers you, you are in the right place. Get ready to transform your relationship with both your mind and your style. Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Claire and I'm so pleased you're here today. Now, before I get into the episode today, I'd like to start by asking you something. I want you to really think about it for a second. When you got dressed this morning, how did you feel? Not, did I look okay? I mean, how did you actually feel? Did you feel like yourself? Did you feel brilliant and really confident, ready for the day? Or did you just throw clothes on in a bid to be fully clothed and half decent before you left the house in a hurry and got out the door? If it was the second one, you're in good company. Today, I want to talk about something that I feel really strongly about, something that will transform the way that you show up in your business, your career, your relationships, the way you walk into a room, and the way you feel within yourself. It is Signature Presence Archetypes. I'm going to tell you what they are, why they matter, and most excitingly, how you can discover yours. I've created a brand new quiz that is free that will help you do exactly that. And at the end of this episode, I'll tell you how you can download it so you can find out what yours is. First, I want to talk to you about a gap that happens. You might feel it without knowing what it is. It's a dissonance. This is a concept that I think will resonate with a lot of you because it explains something that so many ambitious women feel but struggle to put into words. Then I want to talk to you about the 5 signature presence archetypes and walk you through what each one really means. Not just a description of how you dress, but as a window into how you express yourself, how you lead and where your next level lies. So first of all, have a think. Do you feel like the way you show up on the outside, that is the way you dress and the way you present yourself, the way you walk into a room, actually matches who you know yourself to be on the inside? For most women that I work with, the honest answer is not really. It's not a criticism, it's not something you're doing wrong, it's an observation, and it happens as we evolve. In ambitious women who are building incredible careers, running businesses, leading teams, doing genuinely extraordinary things, and want to get to their next level, they've got big dreams, big ambitions, often there's a quiet disconnect, a sort of feeling of almost, like they know where they want to get, but they're not there. They know they're not there, and they don't know how to bridge that gap. What happens is that their image has not kept pace with who they've become. They don't look bad. They're put together, usually quite polished, but they've been so focused on building everything else, their skills, their career, their reputation, running a family, that their image has become an afterthought, perhaps. They're dressing for who they were rather than who they're becoming, especially in the case of mothers returning back to work. Sometimes this can be dressing in clothes that you were wearing when you had toddlers, when actually you're going back to work when your children are teenagers, and you don't know what to wear anymore because nothing feels like you. This gap, the space between who you are on the inside and where you're going and how you're presenting yourself on the outside, it costs you, quietly but consistently. It shows up in a meeting where your contribution doesn't land the way it should, or when you have an idea but you can't quite speak out. You might see it in a photograph where you look at yourself and it's not how you really identify with yourself. Or you might be in a room where you feel slightly less than the occasion, even though you've earned your place in that room, and you absolutely do belong there. It's not to do with vanity and it's not superficial. It's all about alignment. When that alignment is missing, your confidence becomes inconsistent. Maybe you're feeling confident one day, but not the next. And you end up working twice as hard to be seen as the leader that you already are on merit. You are not lacking confidence necessarily. You are under-expressing yourself. There's a version of you that is already capable, brilliant, and ready, and she just needs her image to catch up. And that's exactly what my Signature Presence Archetypes will help you do. So I've put together 5 Signature Presence Archetypes. I want you to start hearing yourself in one of these. Maybe 2, because most women actually have a dominant one and then a secondary. And it's a beautiful blend, and it's where you can start to see your unique personality shining through. And as I go through these, I want you to notice which one sounds like your wardrobe and which one sounds like you. Because your signature presence isn't just about what you wear. It's also about how you express yourself, how you lead, and your psychological patterns, as well as what your next level looks like. So the first signature presence archetype is the effortless curator. You value authenticity above almost everything else. Your style is unpretentious, comfortable, and genuinely you. You don't dress to impress. You dress to feel like yourself and to be comfortable. Your wardrobe is full of earthy tones, natural fabrics, relaxed silhouettes, denim, linen, khaki, and you'd rather be comfortable than conspicuous. Your authenticity is magnetic. People trust you immediately and gravitate towards you. Your superpower is your genuine ease. At your next level, the invitation is to elevate without losing that, to find pieces that are still completely you, but also say, I mean business and I'm going somewhere. The next archetype is the expressive muse. For these women, your wardrobe is your canvas. You see fashion as art, and you mix eras, textures, unexpected combinations, and somehow they work perfectly. You don't follow trends, you tend to set them. You browse vintage markets, you find treasures in unexpected places, and you are not afraid of colour clashes or bold statements. You love playing with what you wear. These women are creative and expressive, and they are magnetic and original. Your presence is unforgettable. At your next level, the art is in channeling that creativity in a strategic way, knowing when to dial it up for impact and when to refine it for credibility. Both are possible and both are very powerful. The third signature presence archetype is the refined authority. You are the epitome of refined sophistication. Your wardrobe is built on timeless pieces. You like navy, black, cream, and perfectly tailored items. You invest in quality over quantity, and your look is always coordinated and understated. You shop in trusted stores and have go-to brands, and you rarely make impulse purchases. Everything is considered. These women naturally project authority and competence, which is a tremendous asset at every level. Your next level invitation is to set small intentional updates that signal your evolution. Perhaps add a contemporary cut or a refined accessory. Subtle signs that you're not just maintaining excellence, you're defining it for the next era and letting a little bit of your personality come through. The fourth archetype is the romantic visionary. You embrace your femininity fully and beautifully. Your wardrobe is soft, elegant, and full of details that make you feel wonderful, like lace, silk, florals, with delicate jewellery and detail. You love getting dressed. You love the ritual of it and understand instinctively that there's real power in feminine energy. These women bring a rare warmth and emotional intelligence to every room. Your next level is about pairing that grace with unmistakable structure and authority. Soft fabrics in strong silhouettes. Pretty details with a professional polish. Because you absolutely can be beautiful and formidable. And when you are, you become truly unstoppable. And the fifth one is the modern icon. You command attention the moment you walk in. Your style is bold and glamorous and unapologetic. You love fashion, you love getting dressed up, and you're confident enough to carry off looks that others would only dream about. For you, life is a runway, and you wouldn't have it any other way. Modern iconic women are impossible to ignore, and that is a genuinely rare and powerful thing. Your next level is about strategic impact. Choose when to turn up the volume and when to let your presence, rather than your outfit, do the talking. Because when your confidence and your style are working in perfect harmony, you don't just get noticed, you become really influential. So, did you hear yourself in one of those? Maybe even two, or a mix. Most women will have a dominant archetype and a secondary one. And it's that combination that makes the style uniquely yours. You can take bits from one that you love or that feel like you and leave behind what you don't. Perhaps you are an effortless curator with a touch of refined authority, or a romantic visionary with a streak of modern icon. These blends add richness and versatility, and they're what makes doing the quiz so fascinating to work through. So, when you've discovered your signature presence archetype, what do you actually do with it? Well, the first thing I want you to do is simply sit with it. Consider where it resonates. Where does it feel like you? And what's the surprise? The reaction you have, maybe, oh, that's so me, or I hadn't thought of it that way. It's really useful data that you can use. Then look at your wardrobe through that lens. Which pieces really do feel aligned to you? and which ones feel like they belong to an older version of you. You don't need to throw out anything. Just notice what's what. This awareness is where the transformation begins. And the third thing, importantly, I want you to think about the next level version of you. Where are you going? Not where you've been, but who are you becoming? And ask yourself, does my current image reflect that person? Does the way I'm showing up in the world tell the truth about who I am and where I'm going? And if the answer is not quite, it's not a problem. It's just the beginning. Because now you have a framework. You have your style personality. You have your signature presence archetype as a compass, and you can start making intentional, aligned choices that close the gap between who you really are and how the world sees you. Okay, so here is your practical activity for today. I'd like you to download my free Signature Presence Archetype quiz. It's a beautiful workbook with 14 questions in. It's a PDF you can download and work through at your own pace. It's designed to walk you through exactly the kind of self-reflection that I've talked about today. You'll answer questions about your wardrobe preferences, your shopping habits, your beauty routine, your leadership habits, your preferences, and the colours and fabrics and silhouettes that you naturally gravitate towards. And at the end, you can tally your scores to discover your dominant signature presence archetype, and quite possibly your secondary one too. The whole thing takes about 15 minutes, so grab yourself your favourite hot drink, find somewhere quiet where you can actually think, and sit down with a pen and notebook to jot down your responses. The questions are simple, but the insights they unlock can be really surprising. I'll leave the link for you to download it in the show notes, and once you've done it, I would absolutely love to hear your results. You can DM me on Instagram or email me at claire@clairesilk.com and let me know what you've discovered and how you feel about it. This quiz is such a great starting point for everything that you can explore going forwards. So, as we reach the end, let's recap. I talked about the gap, the quiet but real disconnect between who you are on the inside and how you're presenting yourself to the world, and how it has a cost. You're not doing anything wrong, your image just simply hasn't kept pace with who you've become. We've explored the 5 signature presence archetypes: the refined authority, the effortless curator, the expressive muse, the romantic visionary, the modern icon, and hopefully you're able to see yourself in one of them and maybe more, and felt that recognition of, oh, that's me. Because that recognition is the beginning of something really exciting. And we talked about what you need to do with your result. How you can use your signature presence archetype, not just as an interesting label, but as a genuine compass for expressing yourself more fully, more intentionally and more powerfully, and close that gap. What I really want to underline though is that you are already capable, intelligent and competent, everything you need to be. You're not lacking in any way, and you don't need to be fixed. And what your signature presence archetype will give you is the language, the framework. It's a starting point for expressing fully the woman that you already are. And when you can get your outer image to align with your inner confidence and ambition and who you really identify as, then you will feel like yourself. You can fully step into your next level as you. You will walk taller, speak differently, and you can take up the space that you deserve. And this can all start with a 15-minute quiz. So your action for today is to download my free Signature Presence Archetype quiz. I will leave the link in the show notes, or you can find it in my links in Instagram or LinkedIn, and work through it. Find a quiet moment and let me know your result. I would love to hear it. If you enjoyed today's episode and have a woman in your life who could do with hearing this, please share it. The more women who are stepping fully into their expression, the better the world gets. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll be back next week with another episode. Until then, take care of yourself and dress like the woman you're becoming. Thank you for listening to Style and Confidence, where style meets confidence for business success. If you have enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend, rate, review and subscribe so you never miss out on our weekly confidence-building conversations. You can also connect with me over on LinkedIn as Claire Silk, or on Instagram at Silk Style and Confidence for more style and mindset tips. Until next time, remember, true confidence comes from within. Style helps it shine.